hit this bitch with a pressure washer, get the mud flowed out of it, that way you can bend it back.
The pond's almost dry. I thought it was just leaking, but it's almost dry. Quite a few loads of silt's gonna have to come out of here.
So, being a nosy neighbor.
I understand. Where's Storm? You're going with Chris. You ain't fucking going with me freeloading.
Oh my God.
Hell no. You're going with Christian, buddy. Logan's. All right.
Well, I went to move the truck out. It was already a clusterfuck, and then 572 cut a flip off the truck. And Lindsay, she went over yonder and I guess stuffed it up against the Yukon, and Storm went to move the Yukon. He ran it over, and then I went to back up, and I felt something whenever I went to back up. So I jumped out and looked. I didn't run it over far enough to where I couldn't get it out from under the tire from where I backed up so far. I felt something as I was backing up, stopped, and then looked, and it was sitting there.
So I guess the real question is, are we out of a $1,300 saw, or will it still run?
I ain't really looked at it too much. I know I ran my 340 over with my green Chevrolet, and it's perfectly fine, so I don't know.
All right, well, I'll look at it when I get home, I guess.
All right, bye,
Love you, bye. Well, that's a pretty expensive chainsaw that was lost there. So I guess I'll determine how pissed off I am about it by the time I get back home and see what the damage actually is. So we're going up to Brevard this morning. We've got a new client that's gave us a call. He's got a pond that's leaking, and he's also got a bunch of silt in it that we need to dredge out of it before we can actually look at repairing the pond. So we're driving up there this morning to try to get him a quote on getting things done and putting the pond back to the original shape that it was in whenever he first had it built. Yeah, so we're pulling up on the site here, and I was just informed that the pond's almost dry. I thought it was just leaking, but it's almost dry, so we'll be able to get in there and work it out, work it pretty good, you know. Basically, for what they're wanting to do here, there's a couple things they're wanting to do, and it's good that the pond's low and about dry. All this silt and stuff like that that's washed in here from some of the storms and stuff like that previously, we're gonna be digging that out. On top of that, we got to dig this little silt trap out and try to get it to where it's nothing but good clean water flowing into the pond during thunderstorms. If you'll look right over here, you can see right there by the porch, I don't know if you can see it on camera or not, but there's a couple trash bags right there. And what's happened is this water has made its way through the dam and it's dumping on the other side underground. The reason that's happened is because when they built this pond, they didn't install a core. Basically what you do when you're installing a core is you'll, let's say it was just flat through there, you'll dig down, I like to do 8 feet down, about 6 to 8 feet wide, and then you'll pack red clay into that core and you'll build it up. And basically it makes it so the water can't seep underneath of the dam and get away from you pretty much. On top of that, we'll be replacing the valve and fixing some of the overflow issues, and we'll also be installing an aerator in this pond to kind of, you know, keep the water circulated for the fish, because they're pretty adamant about their fish. Quite a few loads of silt's gonna have to come out of here. Have to find us a close dump site, and we'll just have to dig all this out and turn it into a pond again, I guess. We'll probably have to use some crane mats to get out there and really excavate the middle of the pond. So we'll get what we can here, and then we'll start placing some mats so we can get out over this mushy stuff and not mar a machine up. Sinking a machine's the last thing we want to do. It's only happened to us a couple times, but when we sunk one, we really sunk one. Most of this right here came from Hurricane Helene. Whenever she came through here, I don't know how far we are from Hurricane Helene. This will make, what, 2 years in September? Almost 2 years later, and we're still coming seeing stuff that hasn't been repaired and fixed yet. So it's gonna take us a while to get back to normal from her.
You should have checked it, bro.
Yeah, I know. Who did?
Well, unhook the trailer and go to Greenhill and fill it up.
It's not unhooked.
So we'll take this pile of stumps and this unburned shit right here. He said just tuck it off in the woods right here on this side, or you can tuck it off in the bottom right here. All this shit right here, the topsoil and the rooty stuff, needs to go right here in a pile right there for us to haul off later. He don't want to haul it off right now. He wants to try to use some of it for whatever fucking reason. And then we're going to cut and fill, cut and fill. We'll do, we'll probably, pretty much. We'll start with like a 5-foot cut. But the first thing I want you to do, before we get everything cleaned up, nice looking, there's a group of trees right here. You see them? Starts with this little pine right here on the left, then that bigger pine in the middle, and that bigger pine on the right side. There's 3 trees right there that need to get pushed down. Then, this one right here, the tall one right here you see in the corner over here, the one that's skin up there. And then this one right here where the ribbon's tied to, and it goes down right here, out from the pile of logs. You see what I'm talking about? You can't see it because of the fucking pile. And then this one right here that got burned up. So go ahead and start pushing them down, and that'll be what starts us. Park that, and then we got to skim the ground one more good time for the roots and limbs and stuff like that, and get pretty much all that shit that don't need to be used for fill off of it. Once we get done with that, we can go ahead and start cutting and filling. We'll start with about a 4-foot cut and see where that takes us, and then we'll go from there.
Coastlines out to the mountain edge. Salute the troops, respect the shield. We fight for real, not some highlight reel. From cookouts to shootouts to sunset fades, we ride with pride, never throw no shade. I'm made in the USA, where the brave still rise and the strong don't stray. For small town roots to them city blocks, we don't run, we don't punch clocks. We build, we break, we rise again. With a Bible, a badge, and a ballpoint pen. Yeah, I'm loud, I'm proud, I was forged this way. Straight damn born in the USA. Shotgun in a wreck, don't tread on me. Got a flag flying high in a red oak tree. Came from mud, but I walk with kings.
Y'all try to stop by the car wash and hit this bitch with a pressure washer and get the mud blowed out of it. That way you can bend it back. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Good. I was just heard we're getting some new neighbors, so I figured I'd take a look.
Yeah, we're in there trying to get the site developed right now. Just go ahead and getting the house pad ready and stuff like that.
It's awesome. Ooh, yeah, I've been coming up here over 20 years, so it's awesome seeing the house finally go in. Are you guys with the original developers? Or?
No, sir.
Oh, we're no worries. Cool. Yeah, I was just being a nosy neighbor.
I understand.
Word.
Have a good day. He got nervous on that camera.
He's like, yeah. I was like, why check us every day? She said, because.
Let me jump off here so I can film this outro, and then I'm going to work on getting home so I can get that baby her steak dinner she wants tonight. All right, I love you.